What's up, Cash Club? Today is Talk About It Tiny Tuesday, and we are here. As you know, what it's time to do. We stuff our tinies. We put $50 into our tiny savings, and we talk about it. Whatever the topic is for the day, we put it on the docket, and we talk it through while we stuff our tinies. So come and follow along. I want to say to all the new people, welcome to Prestige Cash Club. I'm CC, your savings promoter, and here at the club, we party with pennies and turn your savings into a VIP lifestyle. So join the club and follow for more VIP tips and tricks. Y'all, we're going to get started, but today's topic that we're going to talk about is why you have to stop lending money while you're trying to save. I know. It's salacious. It's controversial. As my boy Will Ferrell say, it gets the people going. But serious. And I know that some people will be divided about it, but honestly, I gotta say it. And that's what keeps us interested in coming back and, talking about all the things. So we're going to start with our $50. As you know, for those of you guys are new, we stuff $50 into our tiny savings. We use 3 spicy 5s, and we're just going to mix these in. And that just helps a couple of the savings challenges get a couple extra dollars. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 6-sided die, and I'm just going to, matter of fact, let's pull these out. And whatever number that I land on, so we use 6 savings challenges, and we'll go over which creators. These are free savings challenges that creators make and put it on their Ko-fi. And whichever number that I roll will get $2 until we're all out of money. And so we will talk about it while we get our challenges started. So, question. Have you ever noticed something? The minute people know that you're budgeting, they see your cash binders, and they hear you talking about saving money, all of a sudden, they remember your phone number. Now, all of a sudden, everybody needs to borrow $20. Everybody has an emergency. Everybody thinks you got it. I know you got it. Baby, no, I don't. I don't have it. What I have is a plan. What I have done is started to become disciplined in my finances. And a lot of people think that just because they see you have money in your cash envelopes or in your bank account, that is extra money sitting around. And it's not. All of these dollars are allocated and have a job. Imagine going to somebody's job and saying, hey, can I borrow your paycheck from next week? You're like, no, that money is already allocated to pay my rent and to do all of the things that I need to do. And so 1 gets 2. And so you can't help yourself to other people's money because you see it and you forgot to plan. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't help people, and I'm not saying that emergencies can't happen. The reality is you just have to use your good judgment in terms of who you are choosing to help. Because let's be real, everybody is not meant to lend your hard-earned money to. And as I mentioned before, every one of these dollars has a job. And that's the point. When you have a zero-based budget, you're literally saying, I'm allocating these dollars of my paycheck for my future self, whether it's for Christmas, whether it's for future birthdays, whether it's for your emergency. This envelope could be for my car maintenance. This envelope can be for travel or upcoming things that you are planning for. So those dollars are just not available for you to just frivolously spend and give to people. Those dollars already have a place. And again, here is the quiet part that people don't like to say. We all know that when you lend money, you never see that money again for some people. Now, you do have people that do right by you and say, okay, I'm going to give it to you on next Tuesday. And for sure, they give it to you next Tuesday. But they don't give it to you with interest, right? If they had to go to a bank or somewhere else, they're going to have to pay interest, because that is the penalty that you pay when you got a loan or get money from people. And let's not act like we just talking about the fundamentals of it. Let's not talking about the stressful part. The part where you got to chase people, the part where you got to remind people that they owe you, the part that when they get paid, they forget that you should be top priority pretty on the old list. And now you see them out to eat. Oh, my baby need this. Or you're not the only person that I owe, right? You got a ton of excuses. And now guess what? Your budget is off. You gave your last. You made provisions thinking that you were helping them. And now guess what? You the bad guy. You the bad guy for asking for your money back or reminding somebody that you agreed to pay me. And that is the type of rules that cause confusion when it comes to lending money, which is why you can't do it. You cannot feel bad for saying no. Remember, no is a complete sentence. Okay? And I've learned that what they say, a wise man once said, if you can't freely give that money and not need it back, you shouldn't give it. And that's definitely one thing that I've learned. If I cannot comfortably afford to give the money away and not expect it back, I can't lend it to you. I can't lend it to you, because then I'm not stressed about if you give it back or not. It's literally a gift. At that point, it's a gift. I'm not even expecting it back. And if you pay it back, that's a plus, right? And so, and don't get me wrong, right? As I mentioned before, I'm not saying don't help people. If you decide that you want to create a giving fund that when people, if you are a giving person and when people come to you, you want to be able to give to them. Last one, y'all. 6 gets the last dollar. That's perfectly fine. You know, I'm a very giving person myself. But when it comes to, as I mentioned before, going off into your sinking funds and throwing your budget off to help others, only for that same consideration to not be given back when it's time to pay back, it's not cool. It's not cool. You know, you have things and obligations that you are actively saving for. That's the whole reason we're doing these videos. That's the whole reason we're talking about saving money and budgeting money and allocating your money. And because you decided to plan and somebody else didn't, you're not helping them when you giving them money to fulfill the void for them. You're actually hurting yourself. So let's start here. This is from Sassy Beauty Budgets. Ain't it cute? These are, I made these $1 and we only needed 1, 2, 3, 4 to complete this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. We got rollover. And this one saved us $15. As you guys know, my tinies range from around $15, $20 to $40, where my minis range from $20 to $100. So this one we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we're going to trade this in for 5. And this one is done. We completed one. Yay, y'all. I was not sure if we were going to complete any. And now we got some money to roll over. Let's go to our next one. This one is from Auntie Foxy. And this is from the brunch series. These are each $5 a piece. It looks like we couldn't cross one off the last time. So let's see. We saved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this time. And we saved 4 later. So we have $10 and we can cross off 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to trade our 1s in for 2 5s. And remember, I trade these 5s in so that our envelopes don't get too stuffed. And then I don't like to work with a bunch of ones, so I recycle out the ones. We did not mark this off. Let's cross this off. Okay, our next one is from my cousin Portia at Hot Beauty Budgets. And these each I made $2. So we have $6 here, and we are able to add another $2. So yeah, guys, but basically the other thing is you also don't owe anybody an explanation when you tell them no. You just simply say, I'm sorry, I can't do it. And that's it. You don't owe them. People that respect you will respect that answer. And they can think whatever. See, that's the problem. We get to thinking about what people think about when we say no. But you shouldn't care, right? Because guess what? I'm going to tell you, my hardest lessons in life were learned when I didn't have it. If somebody is always coming to your rescue, that also puts you in a position where you never figure it out. You never learn how to hustle or get yourself in a spot. This one here is from Anna Banana Budgets, and we're adding $2. You know, you have to learn how to make things happen for yourself. And if you know that somebody's always going to bail you out, you'll never take the time to figure it out. Let me tell you, when I was young and I had my first jobs and I was working as an admin and I was making maybe $15 an hour, making probably $42,000. I don't even think I was making 42. It might have been maybe $32,000 a year. And I lived on my own. I had my own place. And it was days that I struggled. It was days where between that next paycheck, if I didn't budget right, you're going to be hungry, right? And for me, my pride wouldn't allow me to call my mom and dad and ask them for the money because, you know, I was an adult trying to live on my own, right? That's the whole point of being grown. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, y'all. We added $20 in here. These are each $2 each. And so it wasn't that I didn't think that my parents would help me, because they absolutely would. But it was the fact that here I am saying that I'm grown. We can cross off 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only need 3 more to complete this one. So it was some days that it was tight. It was really tight. But in those days where it was tight, it taught me how to budget more, because I was like, okay, I got to be able to have lunch, dinner, or groceries, or I got to be able to take my lunch. I had to be able to get transportation to get to work. And if somebody was just constantly there to bail me out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's swap these out for 3 5s. I wouldn't have ever learned how to really budget my money. And so sometimes you are hurting those that you love and trying to help them. And I know that's difficult for some, especially when it's your kid or grandkid or niece or nephew. But again, I'm not talking about not using good judgment and helping somebody when they're down. I'm talking about somebody that's always coming or short, and you got to just say, hey, not this time around. All right, y'all, this is our last one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're adding 13. These are $2 each, so we don't want an odd number. And we've already checked off 3. 4, actually. No, 3. Let's see what we have in here. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4. And Lord, I just forgot what we said, y'all. So now we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So here we have 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8 is all we need. And we got $20. So let's add the, so this one saves 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, $16. And this one is done. 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15, 16, that's extra. And this one is done, y'all. Y'all, I swear I'm going to get me a bell. I love some of the cash stuffers who have the bell and they ring the bell. Because I feel like this is an accomplishment. When you are able to complete your savings challenge, you should celebrate. This one only needed 6, so we're going to complete this one. And I just feel like you teach people how to treat you. If you keep saying, this your last time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the last time that I'm going to give you this. This is the last time this. But then every time they come knocking at your door, you're giving it to them. They know that it's just all talk. And hold on, y'all. Let me get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let me trade some of these 5s out. So we got 20, 32. And this one saves us 32. And we finished another one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. Yay us. But yeah, so remember, this whole little rant about it is really just reminding you to protect your financial goals. And that's not being selfish. It's not being selfish for you to say no because you've been budgeting, you've been saving, you've been putting your money into your sinking funds. And also, it's about protecting your peace. Do you know how peaceful it feels when an emergency comes up or something is due and you already got the money? You're not stressed about it. You're not figuring out which credit card you're going to put it on and pay it off later. You have the money allocated for those things. If your car breaks down, yeah, maybe you may not have as much money saved in that sinking fund if it was a large expense. But guess what? Having some of the money, having half of the money is better than starting at zero. And these are the reasons why you have to be okay with saying no. These last dollars, we're going to put it in. Let's put it in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to get a 5. And actually, we're going to only put 6. And we did complete one. So we're going to use that extra dollar and put it in our completed challenge. And we're going to go 2, 4, 6. So we only need 2 more, y'all, to complete this one. Ugh. You know what? Hold on. We got an extra dollar here. I'm going to go in my wallet. Hold on. And get these $4. Y'all, I know. It's cheating. It's cheating. And I shouldn't cheat. Okay. So we're saving today 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. $18 in this one. Y'all, we just be so close. And I'm like, if I got an extra couple dollars, let's just finish it. And then we'll add 4 new challenges for next week. So we got 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got to be short a dollar, y'all. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oh no, I had an extra dollar. So, y'all, we done stuffed our tinies And we didn't talked about it. So the question that I want to ask you, and I want you to put it in the comment section, and these are the challenges that we finished today. Do you lend money? And if you do lend money, do you have rules around lending money? Or have you completely stopped lending money to people, either because you've had a bad experience, they always come back and continue to ask after you have lent them the money? Or are you still willing? Have you created a sinking fund? Or have you created something as a buffer so that you can be able to give in case people are coming and asking you for that? Y'all, just like that, we finished Tiny Tuesday. I hope you found this beneficial. Drop those comments in the comment section. And let's have a respectful conversation, because I know this is somebody's story. And until next Tuesday, keep stacking, keep saving, and let's keep talking about it on Talk About It Tuesday. Follow Prestige Cash Club for more tips and tricks.